Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Waifu Wars. I am the tree that ANR was chopping, and bitch, I got my revenge. Drooby doo.
And I am Senpai's fastest supporter. I couldn't think of anything so Brody. Something Nagatoro.
Welcome back to the next episode of Waifu Wars. We talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb, but not your waifu because she is trash. How you doing, Ani?
I'm good. How are you doing, Drew?
I'm good. We're recording on Martin Luther King Day.
Ooh.
That's Martin Luther King. Yes, paving the way so we can, do important stuff like talk about weeb shit.
Yes, if Martin Luther King was here today, he'd probably be having a anime podcast as well, I'm sure.
And we would definitely invite him on.
Yes.
He would definitely say no, but we would definitely invite him.
I have a dream that one day Nagatoro and Vinland Saga will air in the same season.
And the dream came true. That other stuff like racial harmony.
We're working on that one.
We're right. One step at.
A lot of people don't know that Martin Luther King was actually a gigantic weeb.
You see, weebs paving the way for the future, and I'm not surprised. Yeah, he saw that episode of Dragon Ball Z. He said, "I know what I need to do in life." when he saw Goku turn Super Saiyan.
Oh my god! I don't know if I ever showed you. There's that somebody had posted a while ago. I remember seeing this the Goku quote where he turns Super Saiyan and he's like, "I am the light in the darkness," and, when he's talking to Frieza. And they posted, they put Martin Luther King, and so many people believed it was a Martin Luther King quote. I'm here to stop your evil.
Oh my gosh, Goku! No, I was gonna say Goku's based off of Martin Luther King, but
that's dicey.
Unfortunately, Martin Luther King was smart. And this, regardless of how messy his personal life was, I still have to believe he's a better father than Goku was.
Yes, hopefully. The bar is so low.
The bar is literally in hell. Well, now that we got ourselves canceled for all the Martin Luther King
speed ran that cancellation.
Excuse me. Let's start the podcast. Starting off with our new segment this week in anime. I want to go first. And according to Anime News Network, you can complete your Jolene Cujo look with her lingerie. That's right, girls and gals. Let's see, who they team up with? Bradellis, which is a lingerie company from New York, has teamed up with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And they made lingerie based off of Jolene Cujo.
Hey. It's a very JoJo thing to do. It feels like
it is. I'm like, this is like this is like the straightest thing they've done. I'm honestly at this point I'm just waiting for the jock strap. But yeah, it's very.
Oh yeah, it looks very JoJo.
Yeah,
but if I didn't know JoJo and I saw someone wearing that, I'd just be like, oh, that's chic.
I'm not a huge fan of this choker thing. Maybe this is a picture. I'm not a huge fan of this choker design.
Well, I like chokers, so.
Me too, but it's like the choker is tied to your bra.
Oh yeah, that's kind of a bitch to
get on. It looks a little awkward. I feel like they should have just made a choker should have been just like a separate piece.
Yeah.
And just had the heart around the neck, but I guess they're trying to have the thing on the chest like Jolene's actual outfit. But yeah. Oh damn, they're not even selling this in the US.
What? They're using a New York company and they're not selling it in the US?
Yes, sir.
Stupid.
Yeah, that is kind of funny. I hope it comes soon. These sets are the lingerie sets are available in green, orange, and black. I definitely well, if I was someone who wore lingerie, I would definitely get the green one because it seems like a little spicy, a little pop of color.
Mm.
Um, and it's I won't say it's decently priced. I'll just say it's priced at what I assumed the cost would be. Like, yeah, that's usually how much lingerie costs. Unless you get the cheap stuff. Don't ask me how I know.
I will not.
But yeah, I know that's just a cute little thing. Interesting that the underwear and garter belt are like a lot cheaper. I guess because the choker is considered its own piece, but it's attached to the bra. Anyways, but bras are so expensive. Don't ask me how I know that either. Actually, I don't care. I know I'm cool with a lot of women, and they talk about this stuff. Boom, that's how. And that is it for the Jolene Cujo lingerie. If you want some to all two women that listen to us, um,
Move to Japan.
well, I was gonna say hit up like there's definitely like companies that like
There are,
they
but
act like
they're
the
so annoying to work
middleman.
through.
Yeah, I think
And
there's
also,
like
you pay a
one.
lot more. It's like a lot more.
That is true. I mean, but it's Jolene Cujo herder. Oh yeah, but that's the end of my news. Oni, what you got for me?
Over here, we have a new anime announcement. Made in Abyss, The Golden City, The Scorching Sun is getting a sequel. Kadokawa announced on Sunday that production on a sequel to Made in Abyss Season 2 has been greenlit. The announcement came as a special event of the anime earlier in the day. So the interesting thing about this, well, first off, we covered the first or the second season of Made in Abyss on the podcast. It is one of my favorite anime, probably of all time. I loved it. And I love the series in general. However, I did actually read the manga after we finished the second season, and you can gasp, but there's only like 2 chapters left.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm curious to how they're gonna adapt a new season or a season 3 if there's only like enough source material for like an episode. So
I guess they're doing an original.
I'm afraid of that. That's what I fear. I don't want this to be like we're gonna do an anime original route because that never ends well. It never ever. Full Metal Alchemist. What else did it? A lot of anime. I've never seen it done well.
Um, Gosh, I can't think of any.
And especially a show as complex, like with the characters and themes as complex as Made in Abyss. I don't know if
Yeah,
you can make a show that's like, well, whatever. We're just gonna throw another season out.
like at the very least, you'd have to have the creator on
Yeah, the
board.
creator. Hopefully this is one of the situations. He's like the George R. R. Martin of, I guess, manga.
Yes, yes, yes. No, because I literally thought of Game of Thrones. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna game. I was like, they're gonna Game of Thrones and
Yeah,
shit.
apparently he like writes 1 chapter a year, if that. So yeah, like unless he has like this huge pile of like 50 chapters that he's just sitting on that hasn't been released to the public yet. Um, I'm as excited as I am for a season 3. I don't know how good it's gonna be. So I'm
Yeah,
cautiously, extraordinarily cautiously
really
optimistic.
optimistic. Yeah,
Yeah,
same. I'm just like, oh, that's what I thought
this could be
though.
amazing, or it could be literally the worst thing ever. We'll see.
Yes. Either way, we'll 99% likely to cover it.
Yes, and if it sucks, well, you know what? We've covered sucky shows before.
Right. um. So before we get into our weekly reviews, quick filler arc. Just wanted to take some time to talk about. Oh my gosh, I forgot the name of the anime
Akiba
already,
made
and I
war.
excuse me.
Akiba made war. I keep saying made.
Akiba Made War. Yes, thank you. Um, so I finished it. I think it was like last week. I finished it, and man, oh man, I have to keep the spoiler free because Oni's not done watching.
Yeah.
It's so like this is like literally if you like Yakuza stuff like that's a gag. Cause that when it first started, it was just like it just seemed like a very mindless bloodbath type of anime. Especially with the song. Like there's a lot of blood. There's a lot, it's very graphic and it seemed very silly at first. And then, you know, ca- the plot is, typical Yakuza shit, kind of. So I'm just like, but in my mind, it's like a spoof. Like, this is like a spoof, you know?
Hmm.
No, it gives you, if you watch a couple episodes, it's kind of like a spoof of the Yakuza, but with made characters, which I think that's like a hilarious premise.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those anime where it's like the premise alone is like so anime. Like you could never do this outside of that.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden, d- like, like, like the last three or so episodes, it's like, oh, oh, and I know that's something usually like we don't like, or it's like, oh no, it gets serious all of a sudden. But the nature of the show, even though it's a spoof, it's like it's about people killing each other, So
Mm.
I feel like it has like that right to be like, yeah, now we can make it kind of serious because this show is all about violence and being yakuza. Uh, yeah, no, and that shift is actually pretty good because because like I was like sad, like it actually made me feel actually made me feel like emotions and shit. I was just like, oh wait, whoa. I think maybe because it was so like it was so silly the premise, so that when it became a little more serious. It kind of just caught you off guard, but not in a bad way. At least not to me. Um, the ca- the characters they're all very intentional. Some of them are stereotypes, very very fun stereotypes. Um, and that sorry. And overall, it was surprisingly solid of an anime. It was surprisingly solid. It had those those very like yakuza themes as opposed to like this is just a silly show. I don't know. I think that's why I ended up really enjoying it towards the end because like I said, it just kind of crept up on you. I was just like, oh, but it did it in a way that made sense. Did you see the baseball episode?
Was that? I think I did.
Yeah, it should be very obvious. Like I'm like where because no, it's really wild that it took like a serious twist. And I feel like it happened like maybe like after that episode. That's why it's so funny because that episode it ends with like two people dying in the middle of the game, and in some weird sense, like they're pretending like they're both not dead. I know that sounds really. That's like, huh? You literally have to watch it. It's so ridiculous and it's so funny, and but then it gets so like it just gets good. There's actual plot twists in anime, and they're actually good. Oh my gosh! Yeah. So if you started watching this, I encourage you to finish it, especially you, Oni. Um, if you're looking for a very turn your brain off anime, where it's just literally made just beating the crap out of each other. This is definitely your go-to overall. It's very funny. It's very enjoyable. Um, the voice acting is surprisingly good. Like it's actually pretty decent. Um, and yeah, no, this a very surprisingly decent comedy. Yeah, yeah, we'll say it is a comedy. But I feel like it's one of those anime that's gonna be very like underrated. It's gonna fly under a lot, or it flew under a lot of people's radars.
Yeah, it is worth watching though. From the few episodes I have seen of it, I plan on finishing it up when I get the chance.
Yeah. So yeah, just bring that to your awareness, my fellow weebs. But yes, but now that we're done with that, it's time to finally move on to our weekly, reviews. So sorry about that. I just ate like an hour and a half ago, and apparently it takes me 10 years to digest my food. But we are going to start off with Vinland Saga Season 2, Episode 1.
Yes, we got a lot of
Oof.
depression.
Yep, I'm like, wow, yep, sounds like Vinland Saga. Sounds
Hmm.
like Vinland Saga.
Yeah, man, I forgot how dark the series is. Well, no, I knew it was
I
dark.
didn't. Hello. The first time I was like, "Oh, our village got attacked. Oh, but now we rebuilt finally. So don't be a warrior." Da da da. And we were like incoming raid
Yeah,
in
well, let me rephrase.
three,
I forgot how
two.
bad the show was for other characters besides Thor. Like, I knew it was depressing for Thorfinn constantly, but other characters get fucked in the show hard because
Yes,
they're
you don't
not
think about the
main
other characters
characters.
because they all die.
Yeah, no, I it did a good job of like making me. At first, I was kind of weary because I'm like, oh, this isn't Thorfinn. Why did kind of like Einar towards the end of the episode?
Yeah, and then yeah, so he's clearly going. Well, he does meet Thorfinn by the end of it. So their paths intertwine, and
How much time has passed, by the way? 'Cause did they ever say between seasons 1 and 2?
not to my knowledge. I was kind of looking for like some kind of hint,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think we quite got one. Thorfinn has facial hair,
Yeah,
so
but that's like the only thing that's different about. His hair is moppier and he has facial hair. So I'm like, is this like this could either be a 2 year time skip or like a 15-year time skip?
uh I doubt it's like 15 years. It's probably like 5.
Yeah, maybe 5 or 10.
Yeah. 10, yeah, 10 is on like the extreme end.
Mm.
Um excuse me. Let's see. and I'm gonna keep it a buck. Well, I feel bad for what happened to Anar. I'm just saying you kind of reap what you sow. Because it's the way they were just like, oh, let's run and then pause for my dead mother and then watch while she dies, even though we can totally like escape. And then she's dead, and then we're just gonna sit there looking at our dead mother while the guys literally walk up behind us. No, but wait, as the one's carrying it, instead of stabbing him in the neck, stabbing him in like the eyes, and let me stab him in like his shoulder, like the meatiest part of his shoulder.
Yeah, that was dumb.
And
She should have stabbed him in the neck.
then, oh, well, he just killed me with his giant axe because I turned around and I had to be smart and say something. Like, she literally got him and said, yeah, take that. And, and just died immediately. Like, you dummy.
They should have
I'm
ran faster. That's my
They should have
takeaway.
ran more. They should
Ran
have ran.
faster, not
They should have ran.
stood there for no reason.
They should have ran. That's it.
To be fair, though, even if they did, I don't know if they would have necessarily gotten away. You know?
If they left the mom, they would have. If they left the mom behind,
I mean, these are like Vikings. They would have eventually caught up.
I don't know. I think they were too busy like raping and pillaging. they're too they're too busy doing all those horrible uh crimes against humanity. I think they would have let one or two escape.
Escape, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Not that we'll ever know.
I am upset that happened so fast. It was just like, oh, we just rebuilt this village. 2 seconds later, flames of
Fire.
Viking,
That's right.
Fire Nation attacking. It's
Yep. And then A&R starts to realize that wow, the world's a terrible place.
this place actually sucks.
Yep, as he's sold into slavery, as he watches. I knew what was gonna happen. They're like, "Oh yeah, she's sick. Let's take care of her." And I was like, they're gonna do something raggy, like throw her overboard. And then they're like, "Oh sure," and then you see Mama just fly into the water. And I'm like, "Yep, that happened." And then at that time, he was still like, "Herder, I care about humanity. How dare you do that?" And then they sucker punch him. Ugh. Mm-mm-mm. And then he tries to run away, and I, once again, I feel like he could have escaped from that better. Like maybe let's not run into the open road if you're like a slave.
Yeah, but they had horses. They would have found them. That they would have found them
You could.
regardless. They were
I feel like
multifaceted
they
horses.
probably would have, but like going into open road where the horses can chase you, like yeah, yeah. I don't know. He was just like, you know, I'm trying really hard not to compare him to Dorfin
I
because
mean, in what like his naivete.
that among other things. Because if that was Dorfin who got caught with that food, we both know that slaver would not have made it back.
Well, that's the other thing. Why is Thorfinn just there and not like killing the guy? Like his yeah. I mean, was his spirit broken or something? I guess so. But I just feel like, oh, this is my slave Thorfinn. I'm just like, oh, why doesn't Thorfinn just like lop your head off and
Well, I don't know.
take it to your farm?
Maybe he's not a slave. Maybe he just decided to work on the farm because.
And he said my other slave Thorfinn, I think.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, maybe after what's his face died, I literally forgot his name.
Oh, it was cool dude. Cool
Right,
dude
I know because
McCool.
I've been
Fuck,
watching
I'll look it
so many
up.
streams of God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, they're all the names are blending together. It
Right,
was
it's in my mind it starts with an A. I'm trying to
it
call him
definitely
Asgard.
starts with an A. Fuck, they don't even have him listed as because he's not in this season. Fuck. He's dead.
Yeah, he said no reprise, bitch. He's dead and in the ground.
Was like
No,
Askeladd? Was it Askeladd?
Aslad.
Yeah, I think.
Aslad. No, I feel like that's right. I feel like that's right. I feel like that's
Yeah, it's Askeladd. Askeladd.
yeah. I was like that sounds very um whatchamacalls it. That sounds very familiar. Oh, I'm looking at the first one. I'm looking at the characters. I'm like, oh, Thorkel.
I'm sure Thorkel will
Oh,
be back.
that crazy motherfucker. Oh gosh. Yeah. Yes, and I feel like I think they did this on purpose to show like the difference in between their origin stories. Like this is not gonna be another Thorfinn story
Mm-hmm.
because Thorfinn was about that life, and this man clearly is not. And yeah, some guy bought him and worked on a farm, and like you said, that on that same farm, that's where he meets Dorfin. That's how it ends. But that moment where they build up to introducing him, that background music was so good. Oh
Well, yeah, the music in the
God,
series in general is fucking epic.
oh
The
it's so
opening
good.
was good too. The opening was great.
Um, and it's wild. It's wild that they're still putting in like the plot of Thorfinn's uncle looking for
Yeah,
Thorfinn.
I forgot about that for a good like little while.
Right. I said, who is that who I think that is?
Yeah, I was like, random old guy. I sort of kind of recognize you from somewhere doing something, but not too sure. And then it clicked.
Yeah, so that's crazy. I hope he doesn't like die before he gets to see Thorfinn. That makes me
Oh
really
my
sad.
god, that's totally something the show would do. They're gonna be
Yeah,
like in the same
exactly.
village about to meet, and the village is gonna be razed by Vikings and kill the guy. Kill the guy
Either
right
that,
in front of Thorfinn.
or they're like, "Oh my god, we're looking for out the town," and they're like, "Oh yeah, he just died like a few hours ago."
Thorfinn's gonna see him and call his name before he can even turn around and see Thorfinn, so he just lobs his head off.
Right. Yeah, sounds about right. Uh, yeah, but it was a very good first episode to set the mood and the tone.
Yep.
And yeah, looking forward to the next episode.
See?
All right. Next we have Bofuri season 2 episode 1. Now, disclaimer, did not watch
I
season
knew
1,
it.
but I did watch this first episode. And that's because I'm like, there's a good chance I'm gonna see most of these characters and I'm gonna recognize all of them. And just as I suspected, I saw a whole bunch of characters. I'm like, I've seen all of you. I don't know. I don't really know any of your names or your origin stories, but I have a brief. Like I saw an arc with all of them. Literally, the like 90% of the characters. I saw an arc where they were all involved. So I'm like, I know who you are, which means I probably watched around like the latter half with some friends, like one of the like last arcs, especially with like that sword guy who was like Holy Rain and all that shit. I know he's
Mhm.
like one of the like one of the strongest, if not the strongest guild,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. See, I know thing.
Yeah, but did you see how Maple got her alien power fucking
No, and I can't wait, and I can't wait to find out this week on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I'm like as we talk now, I'm like, let me just go ahead and pull out the post-it so I know. So I will be ready. I can remind myself to watch Bofuri in my spare time. But yeah, it seemed the episode mm, seemed very like, hey, we're kind of just getting back into the swing of things kind of episode. Uh, they finally got to level 4. Um, and I guess the theme is Imperial Japan at night, which is that's kind
That's
of cute. I like
cute.
that it's at night
Hmm.
because it always feels like a festival kind of vibe.
Yeah.
mm, the whole that scene with me playing with the cats, that was pretty cute. Because I remember from the last season, I didn't expect that from her because I don't
Hmm.
remember too much about her personality.
Me either, only because it's been so long since I've seen the first season.
Yeah, shit came out 3 years ago.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. Nice to know that most half the guild. I feel like they have like stupid broken skills.
Hmm.
Or it's like no, she's the only one with stupid broken skills. Everyone else is like
Well,
they
they're
teeter the line
strong.
of broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, they teeter the line of being broken. like homegirl when she was like, "Oh yeah, I have a skill that anything that will one shot me will do no damage once a day."
Mm-hmm.
Like what? What?
Imagine you get one shot and just take no damage. You're like, oh, I'm logging out, guys. Come back tomorrow. I get my passive back.
Right. um Kasumi went on some journey to get a cursed sword that makes her really strong but turns her into a lolly.
Oh no! What a devastating side effect.
I know. I know. I know. I was just like, wow, it's the perfect weapon for Oni.
Like, what an amazing sword, and it's a good weapon too.
uh, yeah. Also, I do like that in the show. I guess I'm probably gonna figure this out as time goes on.
Mhm.
I like that they're not really quick to reveal their powers. Like they're keeping their abilities like hidden
Mhm.
intentionally, which is very you know, it's smart, which is not something I expected from just like from like an isekai like this. I'm expecting it to be kind of gung ho, and everyone's like, "Here's my ability." Well, here's my ability. Where here's my ability. So, I like that they had like a little bit of thought into it.
Yeah. See,
You know,
it's not like super mindless. Like it does just enough to where it's like, yeah, this is thought. They put some thought into like how the characters interact and their abilities and the plot.
yeah. I just hope that I hope we. Well, this episode was like a cute first episode. I hope we're gonna get into it soon, which I
I think
figure we
we will. I
will.
think this was just like an introductory, like welcome back. Here's
Yeah.
all the because they made it a point to like get through as many of the huge cast as possible, like show their face and have them give lines and stuff.
Right.
So I was like, I barely remember this person in the first season.
Okay. Well, I'm glad it's not just me who doesn't recognize
Yeah.
people. I did like that scene where they fought the level 3 boss, and then Mabel just turns into that dragon thing, and then they make clones of her, and they just started monologuing the shit out of the boss. Like
Hmm.
that was a pretty funny,
I liked her
and
being super cute with the
with
blonde dude.
yeah, like wagging her tail and like shifting back and forth. I was like,
Hmm.
that's adorable. Excuse me. So yeah, not much more to say about it. I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm gonna try to just marathon season one in my spare time.
Yep.
So I can come back with all the knowledge and power. All right, let's move on to uh what's your name again? Demon Lord Academy. The Demon Lord or Demon King?
It's Demon King. You know what?
Right.
Close enough.
Right.
I will not
Demon
fault
King
you.
Academy. Season 2, episode 2. Um
So do you enjoy this one more now that you know it's stupid?
no.
What?
Uh, yeah, I'm just like I'm not gonna lie after this episode. Like it's not like I hated it or anything. I wasn't like really, but um I don't know. It just I don't know. It was I don't know. What was the moment that you found that was like so like stupid, but it was fun that it
I
was
mean,
funny?
the entire show is stupid. The whole. First off, all right, let's start with
The whole tie
the
the whole show
whole.
is stupid. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that.
if we're
But what
talking
was so stupid that
specifically
it was
this
funny? Yes.
episode, I mean
Yes.
the whole ending with the whole. Why am I forgetting the main character's name now? Anos, they're playing this stupid little game. Like, I can only
Yeah.
say 2 or 1 fake statement and 8, ask me 8 questions or 9 questions or whatever. And it's like, oh, actually, none of that mattered. This was all part of the plan to distract you. And then Anos just being like, actually, I had this whole game won before I even walked in the room. Like, things like that. It's just stupid. It's not. I created a shadow clone of the guy you killed and put him in the room behind me.
It's silly. Yeah, right. It's silly, but it's not funny to me.
I thought it was funny. It's because, like, let me put it this way: were you trying to solve the mystery or the game or anything like that they were playing?
I gave up very quickly. I was just like,
I feel like you're not engaging with it.
I did. Like, I try. I don't know.
Because I was actually trying to do the logic puzzle, and then for them to just be like, actually, fuck the logic puzzle. It's just whatever bullshit. I was like,
I was trying, and then I was like, I feel like they just kept repeating the same words over and over again, and that always messes me up. If you ever want to confuse me, just keep saying the same things over and over again, just in different ways, and I'll be down for the count. At least we know that the one of his harem is a god.
Potentially, we still don't know that.
Also, them calling it the godchild is still very funny. I'm just like, it's like, also, are we dipping them in water? Like, what's happening?
They're getting baptized.
Yeah, it just felt like another episode where they just said a bunch of wild stuff. I mean,
that's gonna be every episode, Drew. This is Index but dumber.
All I'm gonna say is Buddy Daddy's looking real good, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Have you seen Buddy Daddy?
No, I haven't.
Listen, I won this episode which was Misha being a badass, so I'm happy for that.
That was, I mean, yeah, she turned some girl into a little snowflake.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it was very like I want to find the same spark that King's Game gave me.
So here's the thing: I don't think it's gonna be that stupid. Like, this is stupid in the sense that it's like
right,
a lot of things building on each other, but there's still a plot. Like, there's still a general plot line and characters. King's Game didn't even have plot or character. It was just like,
what? They had a plot. It was a good one, but they had a plot. It was just like this game
also involves characters being stupid. I don't think the characters in this show are stupid. They're just OP.
Yeah, they're not.
Well, we'll see. Listen, as someone who's watched the first episodes of Buddy Daddies, if the 3rd episode of Demon King Academy is equally as unentertaining to you, I wouldn't be totally against just going to Buddy Daddies.
Okay, I will keep an open heart towards the 3rd episode, but yes, Buddy Daddies. Yeah, it's looking very Buddy Daddies at this point. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, let's move on to Nagatoro, season 2, episodes 2 and 3. I feel like can we talk about the part where Nagatoro literally thought that he wanted her to like fuck in a zoo? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, I wasn't.
I was not prepared for that.
I don't understand why she got that notion from.
Because I feel like she didn't say it weirdly in Japanese. I don't think he asked weirdly in Japanese. I think.
No.
So I don't understand how she was like, "Wait, we're not gonna come to the zoo." Like,
yeah.
what does it mean? Like, what does it mean to come? Yeah, you want to come to the zoo? Like, does that mean like you're like playing zoo noises in the background while you're fucking. Because I wouldn't think come to the zoo would mean actually let's go to the zoo to fuck.
She wanted to. She thought they were gonna fuck in like the lion cages or something. She
Yeah.
wants.
Also, why
She
would
wants
you?
adventure.
Also, why'd you fuck at a zoo?
Why would you go to a zoo?
Oh, we're doing this again. Okay.
Listen, zoo dates. I am sorry.
Have you ever
I
had
don't
a zoo
understand
date?
it. I don't understand it.
Have you had a zoo date?
No, but why would
And
I
why
want
would you?
to?
If you don't like going to the zoo, that's fine. If you don't like going to the zoo, I'm not a huge zoo fan myself, but it's like that's like a decent
It's not
date.
really romantic. Like, if I'm going on a date, I'd want to go somewhere like romantic. Like, I could get an aquarium date because the aquarium is like dark and quiet, and you get some alone time. The zoo is loud, lots of kids. It smells. There's animals everywhere. Like, it's just like, ugh. It's. I feel like that's more aimed towards children. I don't know. It'd be like having a date at a fucking Chuck E. Cheese or something. Like, I guess you could, but
I wouldn't go that far. Like I understand, like it's only more geared towards children because it's like the whole point is learning. You're learning about animals, but you can learn about animals at any age.
I mean, maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe I'm being harsh.
Yeah, you're being very
I'll
anti-zoo for some
yeah, I'm
reason,
not
and I'm not
anti-zoo.
saying
I
I'm
just
a
think
zoo
it's more for
defender.
families than it is for couples.
I'm not saying I'm a zoo enthusiast. I can't even tell you the last time I went to a zoo.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah,
All
like
right,
yeah,
I guess
again,
if you're
would
having,
it be my first choice? Absolutely not.
I would say
But
this: if you're
if
going,
my date, if or someone I was dating was like, hey, let's go to the zoo.
it wouldn't be my first date. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, mine neither would it be mine. But if someone asked me to go, I wouldn't be like, ugh, the
Well,
zoo.
I would because I hate the zoo, but
Ugh.
but also it's not like, I guess if you're like just trying to have a friendly date, like I can see it just being a friendly, like if you're dating someone for a while and you just want to chill, be like, yeah, fuck, we haven't gone to the zoo, let's go to the zoo. But it's not like a first date or second date or like romantic setting or anything like that. That's just like a purely let's have fun today kind of thing.
I mean, on any day I want to have fun, whether it's my first or my 10th.
Yeah, but there's fun in the romantic sense and then there's fun in just the general like fun friendly sense.
I don't know. I don't know why I guess your fun has to be rated like M.
No, but there's like, if you, all right, fine, you go your first date with a girl or with a guy. Well, fine, my first date with a girl
Oh,
will be taking her to go play Smash Bros at Nintendo World. That's fun. Is it romantic? It's no. I would assume like a first date would be like we're gonna go to, I don't know, a nice dinner or a nice diner or like go see a movie or something like that. Something
yeah.
that's more
I will say a
setting
zoo. Yes,
appropriate.
a zoo date is very. Yeah, that's very bold for a first date because if you don't like each other, then it's like, what's the point?
Hmm.
So yes, I actually agree. Yeah, the first, I would say a third date or more going forward. That's when you
Do the zoo thing.
like, yeah, when you
Break
guys
out the
know
zoo
each other,
card.
break out. We're breaking out the zoo. That means we're going to the zoo. We're not breaking animals out of the zoo. uh, yeah, that was very that's very interesting. And then who knows? Maybe you'll run into an animal who's feeling kind of frisky, and I don't know. I don't know. Like, if you saw animals going at it, would that get you
No.
going?
Nope.
No.
That is
Okay. Well,
gross.
I yeah, I tried. Okay. I don't know. I just assume straight people just have
No,
like the
we're
weird
not
stuff.
that degenerate.
Mm. um. So yeah, but no. So here's the gag. I was fine with it being a day to the zoo. Actually, what gagged me was we're going to the zoo not to just enjoy and see the animals. We're going there to draw them. baby, when I tell you, you got maybe one, maybe two animals you can draw out of me before I'm like, gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad. Now, see, that's a bad date. That's an actually bad
Well, you
date.
just don't like to draw.
Yeah, but guess where I went to over the summer? A paint and sip,
Oh yes,
and that was
let's
and that
bring
was
let's bring these high school students to a paint and sip.
no. My point is that I can draw, but something about it made it fun. I mean, in this case, it happened to be alcohol, but well, no, it wasn't just well, it was alcohol. Also, they were playing. That sip and paint was kind of lit, and but yeah, I don't want to go. Like, if you're gonna if we're gonna go somewhere, and I'm dating someone who's artsy and they don't want to draw some shit, I don't want to go to a zoo. Like, we just go to a zoo. I just want to look at the animals. I
Mhm.
don't want to like try to fucking draw them.
Yeah, it feels like work.
Right. And then, like I said, I'm just like, you got one out of me. If you like, maybe two, if I'm feeling extremely any more. If I see you doing any more than that, I'm just gonna be on my phone.
You throw the sketchbook at
Mm, not assault. Um, but yeah, that's the actual terrible the idea. Don't do that, guys. Don't do what Senpai did.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. Also, the asking scene was so painful when he was asking Nagatoro. I'm just like, I get it, Senpai, you're a bitch, but please, just say the sentence so you can continue on with the plot.
You said asking, and I swear to God, I heard ass eating, and I was like, "Whoa, I missed that scene." Wait a second, I need to go back.
Asking, I said it correct. Oh my God, get your mind out the gutter. Damn, oh,
Listen,
where is your brain
I don't know. That might be season 6. Senpai
at?
tries ass eating.
Great title. Yeah, he goes asking, he's like, I'm just like, oh my God, I get it. I get it. You're, like I said, you're spineless, but oh my God, like, I don't know. It's almost like these that, like, there's scenes where, like, Nagatoro really infuriates me, and then there's scenes like that where Senpai, like,
I've
equally
gotten
infuriates.
used to Uzaki and her senpai, so it's hard for me to readjust to a more
Like, right,
cowardly, like annoying
right.
senpai, where it's just like ugh.
God, it's like, oh, you're so pussy. Like,
Yeah, I'm like,
stop.
oh, just ask her. Even in the third episode, in episode 3, he was driving me insane with not talking to her friends and shit.
Oh yeah, it literally could just been like, hey, hey guys, I have Nagatoro's phone. Can you give it back to her? Now, I'm not sure if the reason why maybe I wouldn't give them the phone is because I'm not sure if I could trust them
Yeah, I wouldn't
100%.
trust. I would just be like, where Nagatoro is. I want to give her her phone back. The end.
I won't even mention the phone. I was like, I need to talk to her, give her something.
They won't
Oh,
misinterpret that.
yeah, but like, look at him. Do you think they would think that? Um, yeah, no, he's very, like you said, it's hard to adjust to such a cowardly character. I will say Nagatoro wasn't as, I don't think was she obnoxious in episode 2 or was it episode 1? It was one of those where she was just doing so much that I was just like, I actually, like, wanted to punch her in the face just a little bit. I don't know
Oh,
what scene it was, but it was, like, triggering me. I was just like, "Oh, you're so annoying."
I feel like she didn't do anything
oh,
crazy in episode 3.
yeah, definitely episode 3. Yeah, I forgot what it was. But, she was very, yeah, episode 3 was, like, actually my one of my favorite depictions of
Yeah, why? 'Cause she was. Was it because she was sick and not in the episode at the end?
Ooh, that is not why. She was
Okay.
there for most of the
Yeah.
episode. For the vast majority of it. Don't you dare try to frame this like I dislike her.
Yeah, no, I did like her whole like trying to help Senpai run through the finish line.
Yeah. Although the way they was running was so like I was like, you guys look so stupid. Like,
Hmm.
what are you doing? That's also kind of dangerous. Like my goodness. I'm glad they did not get hit by the car. And yeah, and then the way that they all like band together to carry Senpai to the finish line, I was like,
Oh,
that's actually
legally.
I don't know why they're like disqualified. I'm like,
You
okay, girl,
cannot
but
team up
like,
to go to
oh,
run
okay,
over
but
them.
this is not like. First of all, they still won. Like,
Mhm.
and as far as I'm concerned, they still won. Maybe not officially.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely not officially.
yeah, but shout out to the art pres, to her running in that bunny suit. She was like, "Why are you wearing a bunny suit?" Oh, it's some kind of art. I forgot what they called it. Specifically, um, ah, what do they refer to it as? Oh my god, it's some art term that I forget because I don't do art. That's sad. But yeah, no, it was very episode 3 specifically was very, very fun. Mm, and then of course the end of the episode where he is nice enough to carry her work home.
Yeah, and meet her also
Oh, there's
equally trolly sister.
yeah. She was like, "Nope, you just right there. Time to call the cops." Which, to be fair, which is the gag about this is why I hate him. It's like if you could just not be such a pussy, you wouldn't look so like sketchy and
Suspicious.
creepy all
Yeah.
the time. Like, and oh, shout out to Nagatoro in episode 2, where he was in the what was that 3? Which one was that? That was episode 3. Yeah, she was really on. Like, she was really good episode 3
Hmm.
because she definitely could have kind of gotten him like suspended
Over being
potentially.
in the locker.
Yes, if they framed it, if she framed it well enough, probably could have gotten into serious trouble for hiding in a locker and eavesdropping on people's conversations. Um, which once again he could have just gave the phone back to her. Um, but yeah, but she was kind enough to be like, "Oh my god, get out!" Like she provided the distraction and then yelled at him, which he deserved. So yeah, yeah. Episode 3 actually was really. I think out of the two, episode 3 was my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
Um, Also, I still I'm still asking this question. Why are those kids who are hating on zoos at the zoo?
Because it's cool to hate on the zoo at the zoo. It's like
Like,
a
see,
hipster
I
thing.
understand. I understand Oni hating on the zoo because you're not there. We're not talking about how lame the zoo is at the zoo, so it makes sense. There's, oh, I hate the zoo. Da, da, da. And then they came for Nagatoro's painting or drawing, which I'm just like, this is better than most people.
Definitely better
And
than me.
right. So I was gagged. But even though I think her picture of him was pretty good. He was like, "Oh, this picture's not good," but I'm like,
Yeah,
"Girl, it looks
bitch,
just
it's
like
really
you.
good. Yeah.
It looks just like you. Are we looking at the same thing?" I feel like you know what would be funny if they did a scene that did a comparison like, "Oh, this is what you think I look like," and then this is an actual portrait of me, and then it just shows like what like a real life Japanese middle school kid looks like or a high
Mhm.
school kid looks like. And then she's like, "Oh, that doesn't look like you at all, sensei." That would have been funny. But yeah, no, these were good episodes.
Indeed.
All right, up next we have NierAutomata version 1.1a, episode 2.
Oof. I'm gonna have a spicy opinion on this episode.
Oh, go ahead. Let's start with your spicy opinion.
I didn't like it. Let me be honest. It's all right. So, was it good? Yes. It just wasn't exciting. I guess is the right word for it, or like interesting. I don't know. It was so slow. It was so slow.
It was, but I think maybe because I'm someone who knows nothing about Nier,
Mhm.
it was like these very important nuggets that I
Yeah,
need to
I
learn.
guess that's why. Because like I get the messaging of Nier already, so I'm like I know the themes or whatever. So I'm just like this is a really long winded way to I guess show the robots humanity type of thing. Like oh yes, the flower. I want to protect the flower. It felt like I was watching like a silent movie for like half this episode.
No, I will say this much. It's not the level of it's not the level of Ghost in the Shell where the fucking Tamagotchis are having like this super deep like conversation about what it means to be alive while like hunting down terrorists.
But
It's
at least it has action. You're seeing them hunt down terrorists. I was just watching a tin
exactly.
can plant a fucking flower for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't really like. I was waiting for the build up. I'm glad they got to a point where it's not just like, oh, we're gonna focus on this one thing,
Mm-hmm.
this one robot, which was sad when it
It
died.
was sad.
I was like, that was actually really sad.
And I don't need like constant action or whatever. I don't know. I just feel like it dragged on too long. It was weird that Tubi didn't even show up until like the last 2 minutes of the episode or whatever.
Yeah, well, it's clear it was not about 2B.
Nonsense. Everything is about Tubi. Her ass is the main character in this show, as far as I'm concerned.
Not her ass is the main character. So are the Resistance? Is the Resistance? Are they humans or are they androids? I don't know. And if it's a spoiler, you don't have to tell me. I feel
I
like they just were just
forget.
like
I won't say because I actually forget.
they just like doing oh, the Resistance. They're like, oh, we hate the people on the moon,
hmm
because they don't work with us and they're just leaving us here to die. And I'm like, okay, are these like old androids? Or are these just real
Like real life people.
people?
I don't remember. I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot there were resistance. To be honest, I forgot there were resistance in the game. I was like, "Oh, right, there were these guys." Right, right. I'm so used to just like playing the not doing the side missions.
Oh, yeah. Well, the leader recognized to be so I wonder how she knows her because she was clearly shook.
Yeah, she wasn't happy.
So I don't know who she reminds her of. And then they reveal the population of robots who aren't bad
hmm
or aren't programmed to just kill people.
The Chillbots.
First of all, those kamikaze bots, that shit was
Fuck
hilarious.
those kamikaze bots. I actually remember them in the
Oh, you're like, "Ah!" like,
game.
when they all sound like R2D2. That makes it so funny. Like, what? And then they just explode.
Explosion.
So yeah, that was very funny. So yeah, for this question, I know it's slow for you, but for me, it was just like a splash of things, and it was on the slow side. But
Mhm.
I had so many questions, I didn't mind because I was just too busy. Like, who is everyone?
Mhm.
And yeah, I guess. Well, me and me only. I'm looking forward to finding out.
I'm looking forward to finding out the things I forgot about the series. Just like
Yeah,
relearning
we can
some
both learn
stuff.
about the resistance together.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Let's
Mhm.
move on to Kyokou Suiri Season 2, episode 2, which is my episode of the week.
And mine. How could it not be? Literally
Yo, they
amazing.
literally made like arguably one of the best anime characters.
Yeah, I'm like, God damn it!
in
Why did you make?
existence.
Why is it? I hate when they do this. Like, such a good character, but I know she's just gonna be in this arc, and that's it.
Like, wow. Just all, like literally just from the moment she came in, I was like her design is like 10 out of 10.
I love the two-tone hair, like where it's like black in
It's
the front
yeah.
and back.
Oh, so good. Her cute little fangs. Obviously the Yukiona outfit, and then her I'm a human outfit is also really
I like how
nice.
she's still in touch with style, even though she lives in the fucking mountain.
Right. Like it's all of it's so amazing. She looks so good. Ugh.
And this is
And
what I
like
missed. The dialogue is so good in the show.
yeah, that the dialogue between her and this other guy, I forget what his name is. But he's like they play off each other so well. Oh my gosh. It's almost like the point I'm like, can these two be the main characters?
Just a bit.
'Cause, yeah.
Yeah,
Masayuki.
Masayuki. I just looked it up.
Masayuki, that is his name.
No, Masayuki and Yuki Ono.
It sucks that sucks about his life.
His
Let's hear
friend
about his life.
threw him off the cliff.
Oh, of course. And look who plays the Yukiona.
Oh my god, no wonder.
of course, Aoyuki. And no wonder why. I'm just like, wow, this sounds like an amazing character.
As per usual, best character. Oh, who's Aoyuki, of course.
Of course. So good. Man. But yeah, like I felt so bad for Masayuki. And also, what kind of bullshit motive is that?
He was jealous.
So you kill someone? So you just murder?
He was thirsty.
Like, hello? You're going to take a life for that?
It was a really bad plan. Let's put it that way.
It's a very bad motive. All of it's bad.
He's like, I'll just kill my friend and then use her grief to slide into her DMs.
Like, bro, someone you knew from high school. That's like saying I'm gonna kill Oni for I don't know a hot Tinder date or something.
Please don't.
Or kill Oni to fuck a porn star or something.
Hey man,
like
Drew, if I could be your wingman by dying, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
No, you wouldn't.
I
wouldn't want you to. And I wouldn't want you to. And I wouldn't want you.
I'll die as I lived as the best wingman ever.
The best wingman? I disagree. I'm gonna say that we were in plenty of gay bars together, and there's no wings. This wings from you. All men, no wings. But yeah, that was insane.
It didn't get much better after that for his life either.
No, because then his colleague screwed him out of the company, probably like some kind of like legal corporate takeover. And then his wife tried to kill him?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
Like, do people just keep trying to kill you? I'm like sus of him now. I'm like, there's a reason people are trying to kill you.
Right.
Somebody didn't just tried to get murdered this many times for nothing.
Agreed. Yeah, I just like. I mean, at least with the wife, it makes a little more sense. Like, she just wants money. Like, that makes sense. Like, you're just a greedy, awful human being, and that makes sense. The other dude, that's still blowing mine. Even though that does happen in real life, but still.
Yeah, but
Mm-mm.
that's still bad. It's still horrible.
Right. Um. So yeah, I loved the conversation that they had where Yukiona introduces Kotoko.
They always find a way to introduce her really like seamlessly. I'm like, oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, and that conversation was really great.
Hmm
Funny. And then of course the Yukiona hit on tries to hit on him.
hmm
Um and they're like, "Oh, should we not do it? Should we like not do something like this? That's kind of wild." Then she said, "She said, Kotoko says it's okay as long as we use protection." That got me. That got me. I'm like, that's silly.
I'm like, damn, you already
Like,
asked. You're like, well, can I fuck him? Okay, but you gotta use a condom.
that's funny. I like to the point where I'm like, I feel like I can't tell if they really had a conversation or if Yuki is just being or the Yukiona is just being, funny and silly.
I like the setup for this whole arc is like, oh, there was a murder and you're the main suspect, and his alibi is just like, oh, it couldn't be me. I was fucking a Yuki Onna at the time in my room, and he can't use.
Right. Right. Also, as she's about to proposition herself, she's also like playing Resident Evil.
Yes, that was the best part.
Is that
So
Leon?
I'm not bashingly Resident Evil. It's not even true. It
Yeah,
looked like
not
they
even
just clipped
trying.
it from the game and just put it in the
Right.
show.
Oh my gosh. Like it was so oh my gosh. Yeah, no, this is so great. Like,
hmm
uh mm-mm-mm. Yeah, it was really good conversation between the two. Like the dialogue was really whimsical and very fun.
Yeah, this is one of those shows where it's just like all the new characters that show up can easily be like main characters in their own shows because they're so fun and well written and stuff.
Yeah, agreed. And yeah, I can't wait for the rest of it. Like it's good to see that, this show is reminding me why I like it.
hmm
'Cause at first I was like, "Huh, they're talking a lot, but I'm not really feeling much of it. I wonder why." And then it's just like, bam, this episode's
Like,
happened.
don't
I'm like,
worry, we
"Oh,
got you.
that's why. Got it. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Won't happen
hmm
again." Mm-mm. Ah, yeah, so that was fun.
Indeed.
Can't wait for the next episode. And last but not least, Fisher's last one. We have Tunrize, episode 2.
hmm
Um, I know it's gonna sound very. This is probably already gonna sound very messed up and slightly sexist, and I'm apologizing in advance.
hmm
Well, can we just replace Kobayashi with her sister? Because oh my god, I saw her. I was like, whoa, Kobayashi! Wow, you're so beautiful. And she was like, hi, I'm the sister. Bye.
Koyashi's a much sexier and more even keeled sister. Goodbye.
Right. And I'm not. Hi, no, I'm just her. I'm just her very toned down sister who's better looking. Gotta go. And then Kobayashi's like, I'm here. Like I'm like, oh right.
In her defense, she wasn't that crazy this time. She took
Yeah.
some chill
Right.
pill this time.
So, yeah. Just a bit. Definitely more chill pill. Um. Let's see. I'm really gonna be mad that over the fact that Lise being so cute is gonna carry this entire series.
Pretty much, yeah.
'Cause there's the parts where I'm just like, okay, what's gonna happen? And Lisa just has the moment where she's like really pure and really cute and really sweet, and I'm just like, you're so like,
hmm
you're so sweet, but yeah, you're tsundere. Um, even though she's very much like, oh yeah, she's still a bit of a spitfire. She, like. Yeah, definitely. I'm glad that the prince can hear their thoughts at all times because I wouldn't want it to be an episode. I don't want it to be an episode where like she says something wild,
Hmm.
like for example, where she says like, "Ugh, don't touch me, you monster," and then he gets turned off for the majority of the episode. They kind of have the weird thing happening, like weird tension, and then eventually they come back together. I don't want something like that to happen because I feel like I've seen that already in one anime or another. So I'm kind of glad they just like, oh no, she means this, and then he can just kind of be cute and keep teasing her. I'd rather that than the former I just mentioned.
Hmm.
That's fine. I'm fine with it just being like, oh my god, she's a cute tsundere. I will take that. Um, I love when um Lise and Baldur both get the blessings. Which at first I thought that means they could talk to both characters, but I guess not.
Hmm.
But it was kind of funny when Baldur got the blessings and they were like, "Why him?"
Yeah, I was like, well, I guess this also is your random guy. The most
Right.
average dude at the school.
Yeah. Well, I imagine if he still died. I mean, he's probably not going to, because this enemies like these don't kill the characters like that.
Nah, we'll see. I hope not, at least.
Right. Uh, Art. Uh, I remember what his love full name is. The new character with like who's from the church.
Oh, I just call him Art.
Yeah, he is so messy. I love it.
Hmm.
Messy, messy boots. And then randomly, like he wants to recruit Fiend because she's like, she's good at healing. And then they have like a match. I forgot what the reason why they started the duel. And she proceeds to beat the shit out of both of them. I said, oh, I'm not used to this. Like, usually the heroine is 9 out of 10 times it's like I'm some very weak heroine who can't really do much, but I have like this super broken power inside of me.
So that's interesting because maybe I'm reading too much into the show and it's not gonna happen, but they said that she's level 99 or whatever now, and that's like must mean she's training by herself or something somewhere. I'm wondering if that means that the other guy is like also talking to her as like her god and training her to like reach her top level.
Which guy?
The guy at the end of episode 1 that appeared
Mm.
for like 5 seconds and he had the
Oh
game and
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
"Oh yes, my love, Fine."
Right. You have a point. That's a good observation. Hmm. That's good. I'm here for like the yeah. See, the idea of a third player is like actually very fascinating.
Yeah, but I don't want to get my hopes up with that speculation because so far the show hasn't shown me that it's like that deep. So I'm like, I don't want to think like, what
But
if this plot thread means that? But at the end of the day, it's just like, no, none of that means anything.
listen, after
It's just you say making cute faces.
after Akiba made war, anything can happen. Anything is possible. Um, but yeah. See anything else? Yeah, the fight happened. Uh, the whole thing with the wand is just like I'm like Lise, please, Lise, please, like
So she's
you
so
didn't
aggressively helpful.
right. Like I feel like sometimes I'm like, is that me?
Yes. You are, you say, but not as cute, so it doesn't work.
Damn. Oh, fuck you. I just come to your room next time. This is, I don't know, break your shot glass. I was like, that shot glass is dirty. I got you a new one. Oh god, that is funny. Yeah, and then she was like, "Oh, I gave you a spare wand." which they pointed out was clearly not
Yeah,
for her to
too
use.
small, healing support magic based wand. Like,
Right. She's like, oh, I just happen to have this one. So yeah, just doing stuff like that. I'm just like, aw, aw.
adorable.
And you know what? Someone finds my tsundere act cute. All right. Just because you don't doesn't mean it's not. Hmm.
Huh.
uh, and on that note, I think we're done with our weekly reviews and we are done with our podcast. Unless you have anything else to add,
Nope, I'm all
take us
done
away.
here. So, guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the Waifu War podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can catch us every week as the podcast goes up. If you haven't already, do follow us over on Twitch, follow us on Twitter, and join the party on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. If you would like, you can even become a channel member or patron and get yourself some access to some awesome benefits like our weekly live watches. This season, we're watching Vinland Saga and Nagatoro every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, or sorry, 7 p.m. Eastern, with our patrons and channel members. So if that's something you're interested in, you know what to do. Drew, you have anything you'd like to say?
Also, comment below, comment down below if you haven't uh if you haven't played The Last of Us, because apparently a lot of people have not
Yes,
played.
that tweet is blowing up. And on that note, this has been Sabroni, and
Tribute.
we'll catch y'all later. Later!
Bye.